For those of you that were keeping track of the massive methane release, as well as many other things that were released down in the Porter Ranch area in California, they said that they had plugged that leak itself, but there are other fields that are concerning at this point. The Playa del Rey area at the SoCal gas site has had many small leaks and many problems, and it is an older facility. Many of these spots in the facility, storage tanks and things of that nature, are around 52 years old. And there has been report after report of different issues they've had at this facility. Small leaks, they'll say they repair, and then other ones, there's been larger leaks that have slid under the radar. But they've been slammed with lawsuits stating that they're not being truthful about everything that they know. And I think that holds to be true. If you look at the methane release we saw here recently, the massive one, which we still don't know for sure if it's plugged. The people were told to go back home, and when they did, ever since they've been suffering the same symptoms, if not worse. So there was apparently something that has happened to these people. I mean, we know that radon was being emitted out of all this, all these other metals. That was settling in Porter Ranch. Even though these people were evacuated, it settled. The air ducts, on the houses, and the lawn, everything. And these people going back home, thinking they're okay, walk right back into it and are suffering the same symptoms. And it has to be something along those lines. And it has to be something around those toxic type of elements that is affecting these people that they are not wanting to speak about. And I find it hard to believe that they went into Porter Ranch and they tested all these homes for everything that they should have and that they reported it. I think they plugged the mess in a fashion in which they slowed the leak down a whole lot from what it was gushing out. Could still be leaking in small amounts, but still, I think once they plugged it, they figured, all right, it's over. And they just want to try to sweep everything else under the rug. Problem is, one good quake in the right spot in these areas is not only going to damage homes and other infrastructure, it's going to snap one of these pipelines. And when it does, they're going to be in the position that you just saw these folks in Porter Ranch get put in. For months and months this went on because they had no remedy. They had no way to fix it. So, just a heads up, this could be a ticking time bomb up here. And they're saying that because of what's going on here, they're going to have to shut things down, reroute gas, because they're admitting there's a problem up here in these fields. And what this could potentially do is cause outages throughout this summer. So they're putting out the warnings that there could be potential outages throughout the summer because of what's going on down here. So add to that problem already an earthquake or something, like I said before, it could set things off going into a bad direction. It's just a heads up. You have to be prepared and know what's around you and where you sit and what's going on and the level of corruption that sits around you. All the covering up that they were doing down there with the other leak, it's still not over with. And it really takes eyes and ears on the ground. So once again out there, anyone in this neck of the woods that's got any information, photos, knowledge, get some live stream of what's going on down here, some infrared images of this spot and Porter Ranch, let me know. We got to stay on top of this stuff. Let others know. If you get tests from the air, from the water, let me know. If you need help getting it tested, let me know. We'll reach out and try to get things done. I'll leave a link. It's been Dabu7. Peace.